This is basically going to be a story time because I have a couple books that I know you'll enjoy, and I thought it would be fun if you could listen to them today. If you don't want to listen to these stories, that is okay. They're not assignments. It's just a fun story time. So the first book is one that we've heard before called The Easter Bunny's Assistant by Jan Thomas. The Easter Bunny's Assistant. Hello, I am the Easter Bunny, and this is my assistant, Skunk. Today we will show you how to make beautiful Easter eggs. Step 1. Hard boil the eggs. I'm so excited! Skunk, what's that smell? Oh, sorry. It happens when I get excited. Please try to control yourself. Step 2. Make dye for the eggs. Oh, look at the beautiful color. It's so exciting! Skunk! Sorry. Step 3. Decorate the eggs with crayons. Oh, I love decorating eggs. It's so pleasant. I love the expressions on the characters' faces. And exciting! Oh no. Step 4. Remove Skunk from room. Push if necessary. Hey! Step 5. Dye the eggs. Knock, knock. Now you have beautiful Easter eggs. Knock, knock, knock. Should I let him help me hide the eggs? What do you think? Are you sure? Oh, the things we do for friends. Here are the Easter Bunny's directions for making beautiful eggs. And then there are step-by-step directions on here if you want to take a look. Maybe you already dyed Easter eggs. The end. I'm going to read another book to you that we have not read in class yet. It's also an Easter book. This is actually a book that I had when I was a little kid. It's called More Bunny Trouble. You got to hear one of the pages of this story in the writing lesson today, too. On the day before Easter, Ralph was out kicking his soccer ball, just what he liked to do most. Then his mother told him to watch his little sister Emily, just what he didn't like to do most. He couldn't understand why his mother and father made such a fuss about Emily. She cried a lot and was always wet. Ralph thought Emily must be the noisiest, messiest baby in the whole world. Ralph's mother gave him some Easter eggs to decorate and a blanket to sit on. "Be sure that your sister does not crawl into the tall grass," she told Ralph. Ralph was trying to concentrate on his painting when Emily reached over to touch the eggs. "Stop that," Ralph said, and he poked her with his paw. Not too hard, but not too gently either. Just enough to make Emily cry. Mama came running. "What's the matter with Emily?" she asked Ralph. "I don't know," Ralph said, pretending to be busy painting an egg. But Ralph's mother had a good idea of what had happened. "Ralph, I have told you over and over again, paws are not made for hitting." Ralph bowed his head. "Yes, Mama," he said. Do you see how he's painting his eggs like a soccer ball? But as soon as their mother was back inside, Ralph poked his little sister again. Emily cried and cried, but this time their mother did not come. Instead, 2 butterflies flew by and fluttered around Emily's head. She quickly forgot about the hurt and started after the pretty blue creatures. Remember, the one thing that Ralph's supposed to do is keep an eye on his sister so she doesn't go in the tall grass. Emily crawled off the blanket and headed straight for the tall green grass. I see the problem in this fiction story. It was a whole new world for Emily, filled with animals and flowers she had never seen before. Everything was so pretty and smelled so good. Emily looked around, and then she went on crawling, and on, and on. Suddenly, Ralph looked up and saw that his sister was gone. "Oh no," he cried. "I was supposed to be watching her. Where did she go? How did she get away so fast?" "Emily!" he called as loudly as he could. "Emily!" But there was no answer. So now this main character has to go about solving the problem. The problem is, of course, that his sister wandered off into the tall grass and he's responsible. Ralph looked everywhere. He listened, trying to hear his sister's cry. Nothing. Oh dear, she must have gone into the tall grass. Anything could happen there. A fox could get her, or an eagle, or a snake. I have to find her. So he's bouncing around everywhere, trying to find his sister. But the grass was so tall that Ralph could not see anything. He ran to his mother and told her the whole story. Ralph's mother did not lose any time. She called the neighbors together and asked them to help her find the baby. All the rabbits were busy getting eggs ready for Easter, but this was important. They stopped their work and ran out into the tall grass. Look at all those rabbit neighbors. Each rabbit set off in a different direction. The field was so large and there were so few rabbits, how could they possibly search every spot? Besides, in the thick grass, they could easily pass right by the baby without even seeing her. "Emily! Emily!" they cried. Still no answer. Where was Emily? Could she hear them? Someone did hear the rabbits calling. It was a fox. He knew immediately what had happened. Uh-oh. He licked his chops. "With a little bit of luck, I'll have myself a delicious baby rabbit for supper," he said. And with that, the fox joined the search for little Emily. So this is like a second problem that this book has, that there is now a fox looking for Emily. She's lost. They're having trouble finding her. And now a bad guy might get to her first. Maybe you could get some inspiration from this story for your fiction writing. Emily's mother was getting frantic. "It's late," she cried. "We have to find Emily before the sun goes down." "We need more help," said one of the neighbors. "The grass is so thick and tall, and there are so few of us." Then Ralph spoke up. "I know what we can do. Listen, everybody. I think I have the answer." The rabbits stopped their search and gathered around Ralph. "Here is my idea," Ralph said. "We will all hold paws together and walk in a long line across the field. That way we can cover every inch. We can't miss her." All the rabbits thought this was a good idea. They joined paws and combed through the tall grass. You can see that long line of rabbits all holding paws and moving through the grass together. You can also see someone else looking for that baby bunny. And that's how they found Emily, fast asleep, dreaming of butterflies. Look at all those rabbits working together, and they found her before the fox. There were cheers as Ralph's mother took Emily into her arms again. Everyone was overjoyed. Even Ralph shed a tear or two. With the baby home safe at last, the rabbits could finish the Easter eggs on time. It would be a happy Easter for all, except, of course, for the fox. You see him there. From then on, Ralph watched his favorite sister very carefully. The two of them could often be seen walking along, holding paws together. The end. Now, this story had a problem that was a quest because something was lost and these rabbits had to go find something. Like I said, maybe you can draw some inspiration from that story for your fiction story too. I hope you enjoyed them.